Coach Scott Wattigny. And Coach, another season, but this one's a little bit different, I think, after what you guys have come off. And just talk about how excited you are to get it going.
Yeah, what a great opportunity we have on Friday. Playing a 5A team, a super competitive team with great coaches and good players, and at their place. You know, I think it's right. It's everybody knows what's happening with our schedule this year, which is the fact that we've jumped up in our competition, but it's the right time. You know, it's exactly what we need for this program and where it's at. And I can tell you this: I had 75 guys that are extremely excited for the opportunity.
And this used to be a pretty big rivalry back in the day. Obviously, you know all about that.
I know all about that. Yeah, I know all about it from the other end, from being a Holy Cross Tiger. But no, this was a rivalry back in the day, and you know, it's something that hopefully we can continue past these 2 years, you know, of our contract, and this is something that can become a norm again. You know, I know we're 60 miles away from where we used to be at in Miro, but you know, there's still plenty of people that graduated from Hannan that are down in the parish, you know, and they would like to see us compete against Chalmette. You know, I mean, I think when I came in, you know, the focus was to get us to that point, you know, and each year we've seen to make strides towards that, and I think now going in and looking at year 5 and what we've done, especially in the last 2 years, but it really, when you look at the whole body of work in the last 4 years, again, I think the timing's right for us, you know.
Talk about you got a return quarterback.
Sure.
I know you're excited about Bradley Taylor, and just talk about him a little bit and what he brings.
You know, he's back to take that spot over. You know, that's exciting. And I'll tell you this: one thing that's really important is, you know, we got Taylor McDonald, who's a sophomore, who's, you know, biting at his heels too. You know, which is great because that brings the competitive aspect of it. And which we like, you know, and which is, you know, when you can have competition, that usually breeds success. So we're excited about not only Brantley, but also excited about our future at that position. The biggest challenge that we're going to face, and nobody really has asked this question, but I've been open about it, is we struggle with kickers and punters. You know, we lost, I mean, an all-state punter. We lost an all-metro kicker. And they were really good for us. You know, they helped us tremendously put points on the board or take points away by changing field position for us. So that's a need for us that needs to be solved sooner than later. And we got some guys that we feel comfortable and that's going to be able to take over that for those guys that left this past year. But that's a need for us moving forward.
And give me 2 names real quick to talk about on offense that I'm going to be looking for Friday night.
Jake Domato and Ezra Travers. Take a look at those 2 guys.
And then on defense?
I'll give you 3. Izzy Carrera, Eli Caluette, and Wyatt Coffey.
Okay, we'll be looking for them. And lastly, Coach, just talk about Chalmette and what you see on film about them that will give you the biggest test.
Yeah, speed. I mean, they got guys that can go. Look, you know, it's no secret. We didn't play up to our standard against Newman. And granted, they got some really good players over there, especially on the offensive side. But I would anticipate those guys trying to take a shot down the field because we proved against Newman that we couldn't defend that. You know, and I think they got some guys that they get past our second level that, you know, it'll be wide open and it'll be scores for them. So for us, it's really trying to negate their speed and just put our guys in a position to be successful. And if we can do that, then it's on our players to go do their job.
And Coach Scott Wattigny, we'll see you Friday night on VSN Louisiana.
Awesome. Can't wait. Thanks so much for having me.